Dear students, welcome you all to session 3 video of chapter Working Capital Management, Financial Management of 6th semester BCom of Mangalore University. In this session, let us understand the meaning of the term operating cycle. Operating cycle is an important determinant of working capital. Now, the operating cycle is actually the period that a firm takes from the acquisition of raw material and it ends with the collection of receivables or the collection of cash for sales. Now, actually it is the time involved in converting cash into raw materials into work in progress into finished goods into sales, resulting in debtors, and finally debtors into cash. Now, this operating cycle, it implies the continuous flow from cash to suppliers, to inventory, to accounts receivable, and back into cash. Now, the length of the operating cycle, it actually determines the working size of the working capital. Now, how it is? Now, for example, when the production process is very long, for example, in the case of shipbuilding or aircraft manufacturing and all, the investment in work in progress will also be very high, leading to very high working capital. Now, compared with this, manufacturing personal care products like soap and other bakery items, it involves shorter operating cycle. Thus, the working capital needed will be very less. Now, in case of working capitals, there are various components of working capitals. Now, these components are the inventory conversion period and the debtors conversion period. When we speak about the inventory conversion period, we have different inventories like the raw material inventory, work in progress inventory, and finished goods inventory. So, inventory conversion period is the raw material conversion period, work in progress conversion period, and finished goods conversion period. So, inventory conversion period is equal to raw material conversion period plus work in progress conversion period plus finished goods conversion period. And then we have the debtors conversion period. So, when we consider all these items, we get the gross operating cycle. So, gross operating cycle is nothing but the sum of raw material conversion period, work in progress conversion period, finished goods conversion period, and the debtors conversion period. Now, we have another concept called the net operating cycle. Net operating cycle is the gross operating cycle minus the creditors conversion period. So, to that extent, we receive credit from the suppliers for the supply of materials. We need not maintain the working capital. To that extent, it reduces. So, gross operating cycle minus the creditors conversion period. So, operating cycle is an important concept in determining the working capital. We can understand it through this picture, a cycle of movement of cash. Cash is converted into raw materials is converted into work in progress is converted into finished goods, and then again it is converted into sales. And if it is cash sales, we receive the cash immediately. Otherwise, if it is a credit sales, the sales is converted into debtors, and finally the debtors make the payment. So, operating cycle is nothing but the time duration required to convert cash into raw materials into work in progress into finished goods into debtors, and finally debtors into cash. The operating cycle is used in order to determine the size of the working capital. Okay, thank you.